Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is Luca. So sorry for the delay for this. Had some health issues. I'm on an inhaler now. The last week I just couldn't talk at all, so recording just wasn't possible. But I'm back now. So Luca, I'm really looking forward to this. You know, love Pixar, of course. Pixar are amazing. And then this seems like it has kind of a sort of unique animation style. They're trying something a bit different here. And it's a really cool setting. I've heard some things about this, how some people are accusing it of queerbaiting. So I want to see, you know, is that true? What my thoughts on that are. So before we get into this, be sure to check out the Patreon. Over there you can find full-length timer-based reactions, 1 week early access, and polls so you can vote on what's coming next. So yeah, with all of that out of the way, let's just jump into the movie.
Listen, Tommaso, do we really need to fish near the island?
Hey, you worry too much.
I don't know. What if the old stories are true?
Oh, so there's like legends about the sea monsters.
What is that?
Oh, per mille sardine.
Oh, caught in the net, yeah. I wonder if this will have a message about overfishing and pollution and things like that.
Ah! Fish out of the barn! Fish out of the barn! No! Mom's gonna kill me! Good morning, Mr. Branzino.
So he's like an underwater fisherman, a shepherd.
Man, he's either dead or he's out there somewhere, seeing the world. But he's probably dead.
Okay, so he wants to go and explore and see the world because he's confined to this space. Yeah, he's forced to be hidden, so him going onto the surface is like a way to escape.
Let's head out.
This is really beautiful. I really like this intro.
Hey, Luca.
This music as well is really nice.
Land monsters! Everybody under the rock!
Land monsters, and then when he's on land they get called sea monsters. I really like the art style. It seems a bit more unique than other Pixar films. Pixar, they kind of fell into that same kind of art style at some point, but the characters are they're a lot more rounded and there's some unique animation.
Now here's a champion show crab if I ever saw one.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, don't look her in the eye.
Sorry.
But don't apologize. She can sense weakness.
Where do boats come from?
The land monster town, just above the surface. I beat a guy at cards there once.
Been to the surface and done the change?
No, the end. Shut it down.
I was just curious.
The change, I guess that's them changing into their human form.
You're a little worried about him, right?
No thanks, I'm full.
He's learning more about the outside world. Oh.
It's fine. I'm not human.
Oh, thank goodness.
No. I just came for my stuff. Ooh.
For his stuff.
Yeah, thanks.
So he just lives on the surface.
No. Oh, no.
Wow. It's just like photorealistic almost, isn't it?
Grandma, did you really go up to the... Okay, everyone, this is,
Smooker. That's cool. I liked I like how when the scales were going in, some of it looked like it was almost painted on there.
Give it a try. That's not it. Try it again. It's a human thing. I'm kind of an expert.
What does it mean? The thing you just said?
See, I've seen that gif before.
Yeah, me and my dad. He's not even here a whole lot, so I pretty much just do whatever I want. As you can see, I've been collecting for a long time, so ask me anything. Whoa! You unbroke it.
Some of the like textures look like they're almost hand painted. It's really cool.
Oh, it's just the greatest thing that humans ever made.
A Vespa.
You just sit on it, and it takes you anywhere you want to go.
I really want a Vespa as well. A yellow Vespa. And you just scoot around. Getting a Vespa and just like traveling around Italy. That sounds so amazing.
Goodbye. Forever.
I pushed it out the back window. Took a while to put back together, but it's fine now. It's normal. Stay focused. Don't move! Don't move! Come on, let's build another one.
They can just be a lot more expressive with this animation style. There's you know, they're using smear frames and loads of different things. It's just a bit more expressive.
Luca, it's simple. Don't listen to stupid Bruno. No, Bruno!
Silencio Bruno!
Can you still hear him?
Nope, just you.
Probably the mom's gonna find out soon. They're gonna fall in the water here and the mum sees. That was some quick thinking. That was good.
What are all those tiny lights?
Anchovies. They go there to sleep.
Really?
Yeah, and the big fish. I touched it once.
That sounds so cool. You're lucky he lets you do what you want.
Yeah, for sure.
He doesn't have a dad, does he? He's just
Hey, you remember that time
saying that.
rock? Come on, faster!
Now he wants to go to space as well. I like the textures on this as well. They're really cool. Wow. They're setting into a nightmare.
Ah! Oh no! I fell asleep.
Yeah. And parents are going to be worried sick.
Mom, we're always careful.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. There's usually a bad influence.
He's an anglerfish. Oh, he's like transparent as well.
Luca, I need you to punch his heart. Little bits of it.
So the parents sending him away with the uncle.
You know I love you, right?
He's just going to run away to the surface then, yeah. The grandma loves all of it.
To live with my weird see-through uncle. What do I do?
Stay?
Up here?
I'm surprised they showed so much detail of all of his internal organs and stuff. Like, you wouldn't think in a kids movie they'd show it.
No one to tell us what to do. Just you and me out there. Free. Take me, gravity!
Silencio Bruno.
He's still got some hesitation. Wow. All the music and the visuals on this are so great. It's just a real sense of adventure.
We get in.
This is like the opposite of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Just don't get wet.
It's just like H2O, don't get wet or you'll get exposed. There's got to be a moment that's like the, oh no, Cleo, the condensation.
Oh no, the condensation. Emma! Oh no, Cleo! Emma! Wow.
You can see his eyes dilate there. That was really cool. There's so much attention to detail. Because it's a fishing village, isn't it? Yeah. All of them actually hate the Vespa.
Delighted to meet you, number one. And number two, I love your stylish clothes. What did you get them? A dead body? Dead body? I'm kidding. Hey, stop looking. She's too beautiful for you. I love it.
Hey, my friend smells amazing.
Sorry. That's how you're training for the race?
Okay, so is there going to be a race towards the end?
You mean like in the harbor this time?
I know. We are setting up a reward. Someone's gonna win.
Okay, so he might realize.
I win the prizes.
Can we turn the money into something else? Something like...
Yellow Vespa.
No, but it could get you that.
Okay, yeah. 9 grand. It looked like it was in pound as well. It didn't look like a euro sign.
It's an epic, grueling, traditional Italian triathlon. Swimming
Oh, it's a triathlon.
and eating pasta.
You can't. Yeah, they can't even cycle.
You guys want it just as bad as I do. You have the hunger. That's the most important thing.
I'm definitely hungry.
Perfetto. You eat, you bike, and I swim.
Wait, so is eating actually part of the competition?
For dinner. Is there enough for 4?
What's wrong with you, stupid?
What's wrong with you, stupid? Is it just that's the one phrase he knows?
Mangiamo.
He's missing an arm. This is the first food they're having that isn't seafood, I guess.
Okay.
I don't want you doing the race again. You get so upset. Money's tight.
I work double shifts at the pescaria. Whatever you need.
I can't sell what I don't have. What I need is more fish in my net.
Can they help out with that somehow?
Excuse me. We could help.
Yeah,
No fish.
Oh, we know lots of fish.
but
Lose.
I guess because he's like he views the other fish are more like sheep or cattle. It's not like he's giving up his own race, I guess.
Oops. Sorry. This is my...
Your hideout.
And he goes right into a bedroom. That's cool. All the locations are so creative and fun. Like, you would have loved to have had a tree house like that as a kid. And then the castle bit as well. What's happening with the mum, though? Oh, it's so stylized. I love it. Yeah, they're going to have to force themselves to come up to the surface to try and find them. They need some clothes to blend in. Oh, it rained. This is where Julia's going to find out.
What? Ah! The sky's been leaking! Ah!
And Kat's the only one that knows.
We're all counting on you. Don't worry, Tomato.
Will the parents even recognize him in his human form? I guess they might. Okay, they got gloves. That's good.
Hey, no goofing around back there. Ma, no. This is how I came into the world.
Oh, okay. You see him, I think it's some, you know, he's had some tragic backstory where he lost his arm, but he was just born like that.
This time of day, most fish will be right about there.
New personal best! Santo Pecorino.
Your friends do know fish.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Go, go, go! Run before its mother gets here.
The water, like, how the hair was wet. That was really cool.
It is I, Jody.
Jojo Giovanni. Is that a JoJo's reference? See, it's all kids and he's like... Yeah.
Spulia, you teamed up with these vagrants? Oh, I wish for you that you could.
I love his character design and the way he moves. It just it makes him so hateable, doesn't it?
You look like a catfish. A catfish.
They're bottom feeders, and they also have two sad little whiskers.
Sorry, no autographs today. You can put your hand down.
Did it.
Oh, what's Alberto thinking? Does he not like that Luca was getting some attention there? He's kind of jealous of that.
It's the rule.
Ugh, rules are for rule people.
So it is actually pasta eating. I thought it might have just been she was saying that as a joke, because a triathlon is running and cycling and swimming.
And remember, Piccoletto.
I can't.
The little fish above his head. And she can't swim, so they have to teach her.
Ah, Chicho! The motor! They are slowly getting away! With contempt!
Okay.
Just splash everyone they can. Oh, and that's how he recognizes her.
Every day, me and Alberto are gonna ride someplace new, and every night we'll sleep under the fish.
The fish. No, those aren't fish, right?
Of course they are. Alberto told me all about it.
Oh, the silhouettes as well. It's so stylized, so great. And the colors, this kind of like pinky hue to all of it.
So Alberto was wrong.
And stars are circled by planets. That's Saturno. It's my favorite.
I love all of these dream sequences that he has.
Just promise you tell me everything you see. Sorry.
He's so excited about the outside world and just learning more and more.
Luca!
Okay.
What happened when he was out with the dad?
Every single thing we're gonna need. Also, I added flames.
We can bring a telescope too.
Yeah! That shoots lightning.
No. You look through it.
We don't need school. We don't need anybody.
No Julia to hide behind.
Come on, let's go.
No.
Something's fishy. This is my town, number 1 and number 2. I don't want you in it. Keep running!
All you gotta do is follow my lead.
He's losing trust in Alberto, isn't he?
Go.
You gotta swirl it. You gotta twist this fork. Come on. Basic technique. The secret's gotta come out at some point. Yeah, I was just thinking that looks just like him.
Hey!
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's not getting the attention.
That's Bruno talking!
No! I'm pretty sure that's me!
Your parents aren't here.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Look, this town is making you crazy. We just need to win that Vespa and get out of here.
Oh, and gonna go into the sea and someone's gonna see.
We were wondering if we could come with you to your school.
Luca's just so full of curiosity. He just wants to explore everything, doesn't he?
Sea monsters.
I doubt your school would even accept sea monsters, right?
I like the way that's shot.
Don't hurt us!
Monster!
Oh, he has to cover his tracks.
Maybe not, but just in case.
I thought that the dad would be accepting of him. This is his favorite. He said he was his favorite.
Do you think I want you to leave? Look, it's just not worth it.
You don't understand.
Too much of a risk.
Parents were gonna send me away.
It's not the Vesper that he wants, it's the freedom and the adventure. I mean, like, just go to school and then summer breaks, him and Alberto can go on adventures. Oh, he's on his island of his castle. Oh, he took down the ladder so he couldn't get up. No one can see him. Counting down the days for something till his dad comes back or something.
What are those marks on the wall?
I started when my dad left.
Yeah.
You were living here alone for that many days?
I just stopped counting after a while. He said I was old enough to be on my own. Maybe he'd change his mind.
And come back.
And I'm just the kid that ruins everything.
Silenzio Bruno. That's just a dumb voice in your head.
Is Bruno his dad's name?
Forza Giulietta!
Olio d'oliva. He will cut through the water like a knife.
Okay, so he's a team, he's not just doing it on his own. I don't think he's thought that through. He isn't used to swimming in his human form though, because he uses his tail normally to swim. Is he just gonna walk under the water then? Her arms are too straight though, but then just bend your arm more. Elbows up. So all the olive oil is attracting the fish, okay. So she won that. Oh, he never learned how to do it properly.
Done!
When you're tagging someone in and out, you don't have the disadvantage of having just eaten and then cycling. It's completely unfair. How could they? Oh, it's raining.
I'm back here right now!
Wow, he's fast.
Yeah, realizing how determined he is.
Julia, you never even made it to the downhill. That was Alberto running past there. Had to be. Give him the umbrella.
Stay right there!
Alberto!
I'm coming for you!
Oh.
Sea monster! Right there!
Just stay there. You're still okay.
No!
Why is it so emotional?
From you! Let's get to the water!
When I told you, now I gotta kill some sea monster!
No!
Thanks, guys.
Giulietta?
Papa,
Recognizes them.
We're not afraid of you.
No, but we're afraid of you.
I know who they are.
Yeah, he's supporting them. Come on.
They are Luca and Alberto. And they are the winners.
The underdog.
I wonder if they know the grandma, the two old ladies.
I come to town most weekends. Some people, they'll never accept him. But some will. And he seems to know how to find the good ones.
Ciao, Giulia.
ciao ragazzi. A presto.
Oh, they're wiping away the tear, but you don't even see it from the front.
Crazy thing. I might have sold it.
To give him a school ticket.
You can go to school.
I can?
Luca, do you promise?
Yes! Yes, I promise! You know I love you.
Yeah, it's the same that he did to her. She did to him.
Come on, Alberto. The train's gonna leave.
He's not going though, is he? It's only for one.
Massimo asked if I wanted to stick around. Move in, maybe? And I just thought, I think he needs me.
We'll see each other in the summer.
That's me.
But how am I gonna know you're okay?
We can write each other letters.
You got me off the island, Luca. I'm okay. Go, Luca!
Oh, the music is so great. That was amazing. Why is there still 16 minutes at the end here? Wow. Disney Plus loves their credits. The dad in the suit. That's cool. And then phoning from school. And he got his knife. Is he a lifeguard? In winter. I love this art style. So that was Luca. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was just a really fun movie, kind of what I expected it to be. Pixar, you know, they've got these kind of two camps now. You have your kind of deeper, harder hitting ones like Soul, Coco and Inside Out. Then you have these more ones that are more kind of adventure based and are just kind of fun adventures like this. The Last Dinosaur and Onward, that kind of thing. And this kind of falls into that second camp. I feel like because they try and release 2 movies a year now, it's kind of, you know, you get kind of one of each year. But that's not to say that there's not some deeper themes and more emotional moments here. There definitely are. And I really enjoyed that. Okay, so this film has been accused of queerbaiting a lot. So I want to give my thoughts on this, but you know, if you are part of the LGBT community, I'd love to hear what you think. So if you are, you know, leave a comment. So I feel like a lot of the time there's so little representation that people can latch onto things when they're not really there. And for the most part, that's harmless. Like if you ship 2 straight characters together, who really cares? It doesn't really affect anyone. But I don't know if that's what's happening here, because as a filmmaker, if you're making this movie, you have to know kind of how it's going to be perceived. And there's a lot of things here, like there's like the look that Alberto gives Luca at one point where he's like biting his lip, and there's a few things that they say to each other. They do feel like they are hinting towards that. And I feel like as a filmmaker with all of this context, you must know what you are doing. And, you know, there's also things like how the setting plays into it with kind of within pop culture. There's things like Call Me By Your Name, which have kind of similar settings. You must know what you're doing here. There's also the point that it came out in Pride Month as well. They have to take all of these things into consideration when you're making the movie, and there's no way they didn't have conversations about this. So it's hard to know whether it was actual queerbaiting or is people latching onto this. It's hard to know because you can never know the intent behind the creators without actually being them and interviewing them and things like that. They've come out and said that it's not supposed to be queerbaiting or like a gay allegory, but there's so many themes in here, like you know, how the characters, they have part of themselves that they have to keep a secret from the rest of the world, and they're worried about that coming out to their parents, and all of these, you know, themes and allegories that also just apply to kind of like the LGBT experience. But I do feel like as a story and as a whole thing, it works really well. So I don't feel like if they added in like a subplot about there being a relationship, I feel like it wouldn't affect the story that much. It wouldn't add or distract from the story, really. And I also feel like there's a lot of things you have to take into consideration here. You know, it's Disney. They want to appeal to as many people as they can. There's the whole Chinese market where the movie would get censored if they didn't, and then they risk ruining these relationships at the end of the day. It's Disney. They're really after profit, aren't they? And if they think actually having a confirmed gay relationship in this movie is gonna cause backlash and affect their profit, they're not gonna do it. So it could be a case of like, this is like the closest to an actual relationship they're willing to do without actually fully confirming it, while they can still keep some of their audiences. But for me, I feel like you shouldn't have to compromise on your morals for the profit, you know? If them confirming the relationship meant that some people didn't watch the movie, who cares? They can miss out. But for Disney, it's profit. Profit, profit, profit. Of course it is. They're a company. But I feel like through the message of the film, you know, there's this great part when the grandmother says, some people will never accept him, but some people will. Well, the core message here is about kind of self-acceptance. And even if it is queerbaiting, I feel like the message of the movie is kind of like a net positive. Like, even if it's not confirmed that there's a relationship in here, some young, impressionable kid who's worried about coming out might see this and feel more comfortable, be able to come out to their parents and things like that. So I feel like overall, there's a net positive here with kind of the messaging and things, because we have to remember that this is aimed towards kids mainly as an audience, isn't it? So if children can watch this and feel more accepted, that's a positive in my eyes. Okay, so let's talk about the actual content of the movie. I really enjoyed it. There were some really great emotional moments towards the end, and like that scene with Alberto on his like ruined castle with the fire, him talking about his dad and how his dad left, and then the final scene as well. They were really good, like these emotional moments that were really effective. And then there was the scene where Luca finally reveals himself to the world to save Alberto. That was really great as well. I really loved the animation style, because I feel like recently Pixar have kind of got into a rut where a lot of character designs are kind of samey. They've kind of fallen into the same trope. And I feel like maybe the success of Into the Spider-Verse has shown that other animation styles can still do really well and be successful. And this style, I really liked how some of the characters were more rounded. They were a bit more creative with their designs, and they could be a bit more expressive. You know, they had some goofy moments where characters kind of went into 2D, like they turned to the side and it was like they were 2D almost. Yeah, there was just a lot that they could do here. They were using like smear frames for some bits. So just incorporating some 2D techniques into the 3D was really cool. And all of the character designs were really unique. You know, this kind of art style, it reminded me more of like a Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs kind of art style than it did a Pixar art style. But it was still very polished and clean. So Luca, kind of as a character, he was very curious and wanted to explore and all of these things. And we had this idea of like the Vespa. I think the Vespa, it was more just kind of symbolic for him wanting freedom. He didn't actually want a Vespa. He wanted to be able to explore and discover. And that love kind of came in and manifested through his love of learning as well. How once he discovered about the stars and space and things, he suddenly realized he wanted to go to school as well to learn even more. He was just very sheltered at the start, and that meant he had this kind of innate curiosity for things. And at the start we saw that Alberto was who could give him some of the answers even if they weren't correct. And Alberto kind of let him discover all of these things. There could also be symbolism there with them like discovering sexuality and things like that. It's tough. But then once they got on land, they met Julia, and she helped Luca learn even more things. So it's like, and then Alberto felt betrayed like that because, you know, he was very confident in a lot of things he said, but a lot of the stuff wasn't actually right. But it was like the confidence that Luca needed to give himself the push to go on and learn all these other things. And then later, of course, Alberto kind of becomes jealous of this, but then by the end he realizes, you know, it's his friendship that he values more. The scene where Alberto, you know, gets outed as a sea monster, I really liked that. The way it was shot just made him seem so much more menacing. It was like very low, so he looked bigger and intimidating. It looked like almost like an old monster movie poster. It might have been a homage to something like that. And the way the music works, a lot of the music in this was really great, especially like during Luca's dream sequences and things. It was very whimsical and added to this sense of discovery that the movie had. So I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, be sure to leave a comment on what your thoughts are. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with all of them uploads. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.